Hey everyone, Gene Sagano here from Sagano Pro and also Gene's Garage TV, as you can see it, my badge right here. Thank you for watching, and hey, I gotta thank you guys for watching 14,000 views at the time of this recording of my previous video at Sam's Club. That's insane to me. I can't imagine. So that means that there are people out there who love 18 scale die-cast Maisto as much as I do, and I got a shout out to guys like MH Motors and Level M Die-Cast and Woodini 007, because if it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't have felt confident enough to go through Sam's Club and Costco stores to record, let alone just pulling all of the cars out to find those hidden treasures that I may not have found in the first place. So thank you guys, and because of you, of course, my views have gone up as a result, and so yeah, I can't take all the credit. So thank you, and of course, thank you guys for subscribing and following me on Instagram at Gene's Garage TV, and of course, subscribing to this channel and to Gene's Garage TV. Now, the title says this could be my last video about Maisto diecast, and it's kind of true because I am going to migrate everything over to Gene's Garage TV, so thank you for following me here. It actually boosted the views of my other Maisto, Sam's Club, and Costco videos, and I don't get paid by Sam's Club, Costco, or Maisto for that matter to do these videos. But thank you very much. And yeah, I encourage you to go over to Gene's Garage TV here on YouTube and subscribe. I've collaborated with myself there. And yeah, I'm just so grateful. I really developed Sagano Pro for a totally different reason. And if you've seen some of my other videos, then you'll see why. But I figured Gene's Garage TV is going to be a great new beginning, because Gene's Garage will be a TV show on a local channel here in Las Vegas called 5 Drive TV. And if you want to get 5 Drive TV and you don't live in Las Vegas, well, you can subscribe to it if you have Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV. You just need to download the app, and then you will be able to watch Gene's Garage TV. Now, I'll give you a little background. So I work for the Fox station here in Las Vegas, Nevada, Fox 5, and I am also, well, in addition to my duties as a commercial production supervisor, I am also the director of original content for 5 Drive TV. So that's the number 5 DRV TV. And well, I figured, what better way to oversee original content than to create my own show? Now, we do have another show on our 5 Drive TV, and you can watch that as well. You can also subscribe to 5 Drive TV here on YouTube, and you can see the episodes that I've taken part in shooting and editing. Anyway, because you've tuned in to me today here on Sagano Pro and Gene's Garage TV, I thought, well, I'll take you through my collection so far of my Maisto, and I have other ones too, but we won't showcase those here. You'll have to watch that on 5 Drive TV. But anyway, let's begin, shall we, in the style of going through Costco and Sam's Club. Right now, if you see behind me here, you can tell that I have a mix of the Costco boxes and the Sam's Club boxes, and I have acquired the shipper displays from Sam's Club stores. So I have 6 of them. So the Sam's Club ones differ from the Costco ones because Sam's Club, they have a 3 across, and it's 9 cars each little cube, and so and then they have stacks of 3. So what is that? We've got 27, so 81. So let's go through an alphabetical order as best as we can. Now, some of this is out of order because I have some of my cars at the studio for the TV show that I'm in the process of producing and shooting and editing, all by myself, by the way. And so yeah, there's some missing from the collection here. And of course, I have my brother who lives in another state who purchased a bunch from Facebook Marketplace in his area for me, and I don't have them here, but I'm looking forward to going up there and picking them up someday. Anyway, let's get to it, shall we? And we've got Aston Martin. we've got the Aston Martin Valkyrie up here in beautiful green. We'll take it out, take a look at it. And I'm going to try to go through relatively quickly because there's a lot to see now. We'll go a little bit out of order just because we've got the Aston Martin right here. I'm sorry, Alfa Romeo. Well, I can't read. Alfa Romeo. And then we've got Audi. We've got the Audi e-tron in silver. And then behind it, we've got Audi e-tron in green. Kind of a military green, olive color. All right. My legs are totally going to fall asleep because I'm just on my knees. And then we've got another Aston Martin Valkyrie back here in this silver color. This box was a little damaged when I purchased it. But there you go, Aston Martin silver. And we had to move into the B's with this Bugatti Bolide. I believe that's the way you say it. Bolide, Bugatti. All right. So now as a bonus, since I last did the video on Sam's Club, I revisited Costco and Sam's Club, and I did find some more vehicles, and we'll come up to those in just a little bit. We've got a Bugatti Divo in this blue and matte gray. I love that combo. And we've got the Bugatti Mistral in gold and yellow interior. I'm not a big fan of this one. Now they have a blue one with a black interior that I passed on because I thought, man, you know what? All of these different color schemes, just too many. Yeah. We got a Bugatti Divo here in gold with the blue trim on the wheels. All right, and then we got another Bolide in blue. I really like the wheels, just a flat race wheel there. And then we've got another Divo in this red color. I'm a sucker for red cars, I got to tell you, and I love that color. Okay. And then we've got a Chiron here, Bugatti Chiron, in red and black with the chrome rims. And then we go up here, we've got the Mistral in yellow on yellow, and that works. And then we've got another Bolide in all yellow, well, yellow and black. And then we've got another Chiron Sport. This is a matte black with silver and black rims. I really like that look for the Chiron. While I'm putting these back, I will mention, so my show is going to be about each of these vehicles. I'll try to highlight each one individually, but as an added bonus, we'll take you around through Las Vegas and see if we can't find some of these out in the wild. And we've got a green Nova. Now, I will say this is a Costco because of the, as you can tell by the box, it's got the white and blue. At one of the Costco's here in Las Vegas, actually Henderson, Nevada, they have about 6 of these, and they're clearing them out for $12.99 or $12 even. I can't remember, but somewhere in that range. And yeah, they're clearing them out. But if you go to the Costco site or the app, it says they're out of stock. So interesting that one Costco, here's the red Nova, that one Costco would actually do a different price from the other Costco's. I slammed it down a little bit so the trunk would go down. We've got this 71 Camaro in green. It's a kind of a pearlescent green and yellow. I love that color. And then we've got this copper 67 Camaro convertible. And I almost passed up on this one when I saw it in Costco. It's a 68 Z28 Coupe Camaro. But yeah, interesting. I don't know why that, or I don't know how, I guess, better way to say it. Here's another 67 Camaro Z28 Coupe. And then we've got this gold one, Chevelle. It's a Costco vehicle. And then we've got this Chevelle in silver. I would hope that Maisto would see these videos and invite me to talk to somebody about how they choose the models that they make, because I'm curious. Why do they have 67 and 68 Camaros and no 69 Camaros? And they have a 71 here. Will they have a 70? Who knows, right? So I'm just curious about that. So if you know, leave that down in the comments below. And please continue hitting that like button, and those subscribes really help me out too. We've got the Chevy C10s in both colors that came out. These are new this year. They have the red one. This was purchased at Costco. They now have it available at Sam's Club. And then we've got the blue one, which was from Sam's Club, as you can see, the blue box. And then we've got a 2014 Corvette Stingray damaged box. See, this is what happens when people pinch the box because they want to get them out, and then they ruin it for those people who really want to save the boxes. But I didn't have this car, and I really wanted it, so I had to put up with the damaged box. And then we've got this pink Corvette, 57 Corvette. Okay. And then we've got this yellowish orange C8 Corvette, Stingray Coupe, 2020. And then we've got a couple more here. We have a white one that's currently at the studio, and we have this red one here, and then a blue one back there. All right, there we go. I don't know if you care that I'm going in alphabetical order, but I'm trying my best. Scoot along the floor here, and we've got a Dodge Charger 69 in this purple color. And then we've got one in green. All right. And then we have one in white. I have another one in white that's currently at the studio. A little bit different wheels, different colored steering wheel. And I think everything else is the same. All right. And we've got some Datsuns over here. There's actually one out of order. It's sitting over here because I'm getting ready to take it to the studio for a shoot. This blue one, 71 Datsun 240Z. And then we've got the yellow one, which I think looks pretty sharp, and a black one that is custom. So it's got some fender flares. It's got the side mirrors on the fenders, and then the tires are actually a little bit out from the vehicle. And then we've got a Dodge Viper, the RT10. I believe this is from the 90s. I have a red one made by Burago, Maisto's sister company, and that I bought a long time ago, probably in the 90s. And then we've got this Camaro SS 2016 in this red color. And then we've got another one in this beautiful orange color. 2016 Camaro SS. We got to the F's. F's for Ferrari. And we have the FXXK, or FXXK, yeah, Evo, which I just got. And this was a recent find at Sam's Club. So in my last video, I did not see any of these because they had them stacked. Remember, they didn't have the shipper. And then I went to a different Sam's Club that had a shipper, and this is what I found that was hidden back there. And I've been wanting to get this because I just like the details on it over the other FXXK models out there. The gold around the gas cap, and then the Pirelli logo on the tires. All right, more Ferraris coming. We've got the 458 Speciale. And in my previous videos, I do mispronounce some of these things because I didn't know how they were said before, and I had educated myself. Ferrari 296 GTB in yellow. And we are reaching up for the 458 Speciale in gray. And then we've got another 296 GTB Assetto Fiorano in gray with a yellow stripe. Another 296 GTB Assetto Fiorano in red and white. And then we got a couple of D's back there. Dodge Viper, the 2013 Viper GTS SRT. That's pretty sharp, right? Yellow with the black stripes. And for those of you who are old enough, you might think of Bruce Lee. Why? Because of the movie Game of Death, which is also the costume that Uma Thurman wore in Kill Bill. Or a similar style, right? To pay homage to Bruce Lee. And here's a Challenger Concept 2006 Dodge Challenger Concept police car. And then another SRT Viper GTS in red. All right, let's push those back. And this is actually a duplicate that I have because my brother purchased one from an individual on Facebook Marketplace, like I mentioned. We've got the SF90 Stradale. That is in green. And we have the SF90 Stradale in red. I believe Stradale means street version. Here's the SF90 XX Stradale. And then we've got this Ferrari Monza SP1. Another SF90. This is a duplicate Stradale. You may have recognized from earlier. And then we've got this SF90 Stradale Assetto Fiorano. Right now, this is actually, oh, there we go, sorry about that. This is a track version. So it's a street track version. So Assetto Fiorano. And we'll go back here. We have a couple of more FXXK vehicles. My wife thought this was a letter S for her name, Silver. And number 5. And that's pretty cool. But it doesn't have the Pirelli on the rims like the Evo. And then we've got another one, a 5 and 10. There we go. Another FXXK in red. And you see some of these, I haven't even taken them out of the package. They still have the straps on them. And then we've got one more La Ferrari right there. Now you might ask yourself, why would I want to subscribe or download the app, right? What's the difference? Well, the app is going to be the only place you can actually watch the show, Gene's Garage. Here on YouTube, you're going to see some behind-the-scenes things. You're going to see the things where I go into the stores and go through the boxes like this that I'm not going to necessarily do on my show. And then I will do more in-depth things. I'll do some unboxings here as well. But anyway, enough talking, more cars. We got the Ford Mach 1 in orange, the Twister edition. And as we're going through these, here's another Mach 1 in blue. I'm not a big Ford guy, so why do I have all of these Ford Mustangs, Mach 1s in red? Just because this became a weird addiction. My wife highly enabled me. She told me one day, get them all. And I was like, why? I don't want them all. I just want ones that I really gravitate toward. And then we're watching, I think, MH Motors, one of his Costco videos. And she said, you need to go to Costco tomorrow and buy them all. Here's a deluxe coupe in mint green. And then here's a Wild Track in a dark blue. It looks black. It's dark blue. And then we've got a few more Broncos. This one, Badlands, with the doors. And I think this one I took a still photo of at Allegiant Stadium. We're shooting a commercial for Ford, a Ford dealership, and yeah, I took a picture and it looked pretty cool. And I showed the client because they got there after we did. I had some time to play around with my die-cast cars. And here's the lifeguard, Badlands. And he thought it was real. And then I told him, no, it's my toy. It's right over here. And he's like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. He really thought it was cool. I did too, because, you know, how often do you get to go to Allegiant Stadium? Because normally the parking lot is closed to the public when they don't have any events. And to have free reign to be able to take a photo of a toy car to make it look real. All right, and that's what I do when I'm not showing the cars off here. I'm taking some photos of them, making them look real, taking them out to some various locations in the Las Vegas Valley. All right, moving on over. We've got the Ford F-150 pickup. This one in this livery with a kind of looks like a little bit of a sunset, except they got dark blue on the bottom. Truck is black itself. And you got the red up to yellow up on the side there. All right, we got another F-150 in this brown and tan. And then we've got another one in blue and white. So even though I'm not a Ford fan, I do appreciate all cars. And that goes back to my wife just enabling me to get all of these. And I thought, why? Why would I? But now it all makes sense because, you know, I'll be doing my show. We've got this SVT Mustang Cobra convertible, 2003, the Fox body. And we've got this green one here. And we have the GTA Fastback in black. And another GTA Fastback in green. And another one in blue. Oh no, this is a Cobra Jet. Sorry, I apologize. Cobra Jet, metallic blue. And then we've got the Ford Mustang GT police car. The TV show will be a little bit different, but if you follow me on Instagram, you can definitely see the still photos that I've taken of some of my vehicles out in different places. We have a place called Red Rock here in Las Vegas. It's a beautiful area for photos, stunning red rocks. And then I've gone out to the Clark County Museum, which has a bunch of old houses and buildings from the past that they preserved. So pretty cool. All right, here we go, moving along in the Fs. We got the Ford GT in this heritage paint job, all right? And then we've got another GT in this Gulf sort of paint scheme. And we've got another GT. Here's a Mustang GT500, the Shelby CFTP, carbon fiber track package. Thank you to the person who taught me that on YouTube. And then we've got a gray Ford Mustang GT. We've got another Shelby GT500 in white and black. And then we've got another Mustang GT in green. And this is where I realized getting all of these duplicates but different color, it's starting to get out of hand. I got a lot of Shelby GT500s. You got the white with the blue stripes, and of course you got to have blue with white stripes. Oh my gosh. Again, weird obsession. I go into the stores and my wife takes pleasure in seeing my face light up when I see a brand new shipper of cars. And then she also takes pleasure when she sees how disappointed I am when there's nothing new. A full-grown man. We've got the Jeeps here. We've got a Jeep Wrangler and a white Rescue Concept. And then another Jeep Wrangler Rubicon in this rust color. And then here's a Ford. What happened? Well, had to move some of the F's over, and this deluxe coupe in red, and then the Mustang GTD. This is the new one that we saw in the last video, and then I revisited a different Sam's Club, and I found that they have the gray one as well. I like both of them. Right, and another Wild Track Blue Thunderbird, which when I got it, I wasn't too crazy about it. And then I saw a red one. I was like, oh, that one's pretty nice. Look at that. And then another F-150 in black and red. What's your favorite vehicle? I mean, yeah, I'm collecting all. And somebody accused me of being like a scalper, but as you can see, I'm not getting these to sell them. Of course, you know as well as I do, if you collect these, you see them going for double the price. And, you know, Walmart, which is part of Sam's Club, right? Same company. They have this color box with a cardboard like label of what the car is, and there's no label on the stand. And they're double the price, or maybe $10 more. Anyway, we've got the Lamborghini Urvalto in yellow. We've got the Lamborghini Vision V12 from Gran Turismo, the video game. They only made one, I believe, and it was green. So I keep passing on the green one, but I got the orange and blue one and that silver one that you just saw. And we've got a Lamborghini Huracan Performante in white. And we've got another one in yellow there. And of course, more Jeeps. The Willys in yellow. And a blue one. Like so. And then we got a pink one. There we go. We got the pink Jeep. In Las Vegas, we actually have a company called Pink Jeep Tours. And they give you tours throughout various locations in Las Vegas, the Grand Canyon being one. Here's a Lamborghini Gallardo Spider. Lamborghini Temerario in orange. This is the replacement of the Huracan. And then we've got a Countach in yellow, a Countach in white, and then we've got some more back here. We've got a Lamborghini Sian, using that hybrid technology, which led up to, I believe, the new Countach, right? Because the newer Countach uses that hybrid technology. Here's the Sian in red. And then we've got a Reventon. Reventon was, I believe, a short-lived Lamborghini. very stealthy look to it. And then the Aventador is up here. Okay, a little harder to get. Yeah, Aventador Coupe. Yeah, the Aventador, which was the precursor to the Revolto. You can see some of the similar lines, but this did not use hybrid technology. All right, we've got the Centenario back here in green. And the Lamborghini Urus in green. There you go. Whoa, almost knocked the cars over. Trying to get that shadow off of there. There you go. Lamborghini Urus. Or Urus, however you prefer to say it. We're almost down to the last bit here. When I did go back to a different Sam's Club, after the last video, I found this Mercedes AMG GT in orange. Now I'm trying to get all of the cars from the catalog, the 2025 catalog. I don't have the Audi R8. I don't have the, I don't think they've released it yet, the Corvette ZR1 2025. Here's the Mercedes CLK GTR street version in black. I've got a blue one, that's at the office. Got the Mercedes-Benz 190 SL. Here's a Lamborghini Vision Gran Turismo in orange. And some more Lamborghinis tucked back here. A Revolto in green, blue. I jumped ahead of myself. A Revolto in green. And a Countach in orange. I have a black one at the studio as well. All right, let's put these all back. In the next bin, we have some Nissans. This is made by Solido, not a Maisto, but it fit, so I just put it in there. Anyway, here we go, back to Maisto. Nissan GTR R35 in red. This is one of the first cars that I got starting my collection in 2023. The matte black Nissan GTR R35. And then we've got the Nissan 350Z Nismo Custom, silver, and the one in yellow with carbon fiber roof and hood. And then we've got some Porsches back there. Porsche GT3 in black. And then we've got another GT3 in all blue. And if blue's not your thing, well, of course, we've got it in red. There you go. All right, Porsche 356 or 356B Cabriolet, 1961 in orange, one in white, and one in blue. And this white one, I really have some nice pictures from that Clark County Museum I was telling you about. You'll have to see those on Instagram. We've got the Porsche 550A Spider. The 911 Carrera. Now, the Porsche 911, that is just such a classic look of a vehicle. And as a kid, probably the 70s, Porsche is what I first fell in love with. 911s. And the modern ones don't disappoint. Okay, here's an all-green 911 GT3. I'm not too crazy about the all-green one. But I got it because I'm obsessed. All right. And a couple of more 911 GT3 RS 4.0s in white. And there's an all black one. Well, black and silver. And red. All right. Battery is almost dead on this camera. And we'll push these in. We've got more P's. We've got a Pontiac Trans Am 1978 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am in this black and gold. Smoking the Bandit, come on. Can't resist that. This was one of my second ones to add to my 18th scale collection. We have it in red and we have it in blue. And we've got another black one. Why? Because I am going to cut the T-top off so We have an open one and a closed one. And then we've got some Pontiac GTOs back here. One in this beautiful purple color, convertible even. And then we've got an orange one, like this, and a metallic blue one. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Metallic blue. All right. One more bin to go. And there's a little more than just Maisto in it. We have the Coffer Beetle. And I will say that the 63 VW Bug was what inspired my collection, because I turned 53 a couple of years ago and I wanted Herbie the Love Bug. So I did find one made by a company, Hot Wheels. Maybe you've heard of it. But anyway, Hot Wheels made a 18th scale beautiful replica of Herbie the Love Bug. And then here's a Studebaker. Another one that I got pictures of, both of these actually, at the Clark County Museum. And then I have an extra Ford F-150 for a friend who I need to deliver that to up in Utah. And then we've got some other models. There's a one from IXO. It's a Toyota Yaris rally car. And that concludes my massive collection. Now I have a lot more from different brands up on the top. I've got some motorcycles as well, but my battery's about to end. And you know what? This concludes my Sugano Pro post for Maisto. So please migrate on over to Gene's Garage TV here on YouTube and follow me on Instagram, Gene's Garage TV. And we'll see you then. And again, thank you very much for watching the previous video. I can't believe at the time of the taping of this, just under 15,000 views. Unbelievable. I don't know how it happened. The algorithm just worked in my favor somehow, and I hope it works in my favor on this one. And please, move on over to Gene's Garage TV, and I'll see you there.